Okay, now this is the truck that I really love. This is the Ram 2009 Dodge Ram quad cab. I think I like the crew cab a little better, but the quad cab's an awfully nice truck. Comes with a 5.7 liter Hemi engine. In this case, it comes with 20-inch aluminum wheels, 4-wheel ABS disc brakes. It's got fold-away mirrors that are also heated. Comes with an AM/FM stereo radio and a year's worth of Sirius satellite radio with it as well. Now this truck has got all kinds of power, 390 horsepower on the Hemi V8 engine. It's got the Hemi MDS, which is the multi-displacement system. And what that means to you is that once you get this vehicle up to speed, then it cuts down on the number of cylinders in order to give you better mileage. Step around the back, you'll notice the nice new chrome bumper and the nice new lighting package that's been put on this vehicle for 2009. Now, a lot of you ask about the truck boxes in the back. Those will be available for late availability. But one thing that Chrysler did this time is on the Dodge Rams, they put a top, a nice polyethylene or whatever ABS plastic this is, that's across the top of the bed to keep it from being scratched. This particular model has the Reese hitch, the Class 4 hitch, so that you can do all the towing that you want, up to 6,700 pounds on a quad cab, 6,800 pounds on a crew cab. This vehicle was rated by Consumer's Guide as the best pickup for 2009. That's saying an awful lot, since they've chosen a lot of different vehicles over the last couple years. But this vehicle tops it out. Edmunds gives us one of the 10 best engines of all the trucks for the last several years. But now really being the number one pickup is really a feather in Chrysler's cap. Now, as I bring you around the side, we'll talk a little bit more about safety. Starting with the polyethylene gas tank. It has a polyethylene fuel cell. The largest tank that we have is 35.6 gallons. This one has a 25-gallon tank. And you'll notice these new wraparound lights. I really like those a lot. Also, for safety's sake, this vehicle has a couple other things. Safety glass. It's designed to break into small pieces that will not cut you. It's designed to break out rather than in. It's also got dynamic side impact protection. And the way that works is there are carbon steel rods inside the doors. They reinforce the A, B, and C pillars. And then there's reinforcement in the ceiling, as you can see, and reinforcement in the floor, which you really can't see. And the whole idea behind this is to take any impact, and unlike the old days when you could T-bone a vehicle because the middle of the vehicle was the most vulnerable portion of the vehicle, it's now being reinforced. So it's designed to deflect that impact to the rear, to the front, to the top, and to the bottom. Everything to get it away from the people inside the passenger compartment. And again, that's for your safety. Now, I know that these have been reinforced because I happened to take a fire captain on a demo ride, and he said, you know, they really are reinforced because we had to go out and buy new versions of the Jaws of Life in order to be able to break through these new pillars, because the old regular Jaws of Life will in fact not cut through these because they've been reinforced so much. Now we'll take a look inside the front of the vehicle. This one has power windows, power locks, and a lockout for the windows. If you've got people riding in the back that are children or people who are acting like children, you can keep them from playing with those. The new gauges are very nice and give you a lot more information than just standard heating and cooling. You've got oil temperature as well as water temperature. It also has a trip computer in here that's actually more than just a trip computer and tells you about all the systems inside this vehicle as you're driving. You also have the ability here to select your radio stations and do all those controls from the vehicle itself, and of course cruise control, tilt. This has 8-way power seats for the driver, and power lumbar support for the driver as well, and of course power and heated mirrors, which makes it nice. As we get up here in the front, You're going to notice that the 2009 has got a little different design than the 2008, and what they've done is they've kind of adopted some of the persona from the Charger. So you've got a leaning forward position, makes it look like it's going fast even when it's standing still. And we've gone from the round fog lights to these nice rectangular ones. The headlights are still covered by Lexan plastic, which is a cousin to Kevlar, which is what's used in police vests, bulletproof vests, and the idea there is to make sure that you don't break these nice halogen headlights, which are very expensive. Under the hood, you'll see there are a few things that have changed. We brought the windshield washer fluid entry system up to the very front of the vehicle, so you don't have to lean in and get dirty when you add fluid to that. Everything with a yellow cap are the things that you would maintain yourself if you do any self-maintenance. Everything else we would rather you let us do. You'll see that the battery is insulated, and the reason for that is because we found that extremes of either heat or cold cause a battery to deteriorate much faster. This way we extend the battery life. Again, we talked about the 5.7 liter displacement Hemi engine, which is great for power to tow and also to cruise, but it's also the MDS engine, which has multi-displacement, meaning that it will cut down on the number of cylinders if it doesn't need to use them. While we're up here, I wanted to talk about one other thing that has to do with safety. We talk about dynamic side impact protection and the idea that we're trying to protect everybody that's inside the vehicle. We also do that in the front in a couple of ways. There's a 5-mile-an-hour bumper in the front, no structural damage on an impact up to 5 miles an hour. But if you notice these little ridges here, these are sacrificial notches, and they're designed as part of the system's front crush zone. Crush zone allows the car to the front end of the vehicle to absorb impacts on the front end. It'll absorb them and keep that impact from getting in to the passenger compartment, again, for your safety. The hood will fold up like an A-frame, and then the rest of the vehicle will fold up like an accordion in the front, all the way up to and including the fact that the engine is mounted on breakaway motor mounts, and it will drop out of the vehicle down to the road and go underneath the vehicle rather than being driven through the firewall into the passenger compartment. And the steering mechanisms are designed to collapse forward into that empty compartment. Now, warranties are important. I know that we had talked several times about warranty, and it comes with a 3-year, 36,000-mile, what we call wraparound warranty, because it covers everything except wear items like wiper blades, brake pads, and hoses and belts. Those are covered for 12 months or 12,000 miles. It also comes with a 3-year, 36,000, 24/7 towing assistance warranty, and that towing assistance is not like AAA. They will not bring gas out to you. They will not pump up a tire, but they will tow you to the nearest Chrysler location if you break down. Now, is this still the kind of vehicle that you thought you were looking for? I knew it was. So let's take a look further on the passenger side here. Notice that we've got an upper and a lower storage for the passenger. We also have inside the console here, we've got storage with power, and underneath we've got another storage location there, which gives you more capability. We've got a 115 volt outlet, AM FM stereo, CD and MP3 player with an input there where you could plug your iPod or your Zune in, and of course the environmental controls that you told me were important to you. In the rear, we've got a 60/40 split bench with the full flat 4 option. Allows you to load a flat load very easily into this vehicle and keep it flat and stabilize it. The doors open almost to 90 degrees, which is important, so that you can get it in without scratching the back of your seats and things like that. Does it still look like the vehicle that we were after? Well, that's great. Okay, let's get in here, JR. Let's get in here and take her for a ride. Now, I'm going to sit on this side, and I'm going to ask you to take the passenger controls. As you notice, the trip computer now has fired up, and it's showing us what's going on with the vehicle. You can see the overhead console is very nice, and we are ready to go. Thank you.